When disaster strikes, will your pantry be ready? From hurricanes to job losses and more recently even pandemics, the need for emergency provisions is undeniable. But are you stocking up wisely? Not all foods are created equal when it comes to long-term storage. Have you considered which items are worth your space? Think twice before hoarding perishables that won't stand the test of time. Fresh fruits and vegetables may seem like a smart move, but will they last when you need them most? Hang tight for the insights that we've got in store for you today. Eggs. Beginning from eggs. These are a food item that can't be stored in the raw form for an extended period of time. Canning or freezing eggs also isn't feasible, and even when kept fresh and refrigerated, they typically only last about a month at most. However, there are excellent dried egg products available that are worth stockpiling due to the versatility of eggs. These products consist of real eggs processed into powdered form using specialized equipment that's impractical or impossible to replicate at home. This allows you to use them in various recipes or even to whip up scrambled eggs for breakfast. Additionally, keeping your own chickens is also a wise move. This ensures a fresh supply of eggs and meat, providing a sustainable food source. Next up, dried goods in original packaging. While sugar, flour, cornmeal, and rice are essential items for your stockpile, it's crucial to store them correctly. These products typically come from the store in packaging that isn't airtight, making them vulnerable to bugs and spoilage. Many people aren't aware that flour's got an expiration date. It can go rancid over time, especially when stored in its original packaging. Additionally, various pests, including flour weevils, can infiltrate dried goods, particularly flour and pasta. Surprisingly, pests are attracted not only to the contents, but also to the bags themselves, including the glue used in packaging. To counteract these issues, it's best to store all dried goods in airtight containers, such as 5-gallon buckets. If possible, opt for storing wheat instead of flour and white rice instead of brown, as brown rice contains more oil and is prone to spoilage faster. Lastly, brown sugar doesn't spoil but tends to harden due to moisture absorption. Store it in an appropriately sized airtight container to minimize space and prevent moisture buildup. Bulk oils. Vegetables in bulk, whether it's vegetable or animal-based, are susceptible to spoilage due to their organic composition. Despite their long shelf life, oils can go rancid over time, affecting both taste and nutritional quality. While butter and lard can be home-canned effectively, there's no foolproof method to preserve oils indefinitely. Unopened bulk oils typically retain their freshness for a couple of years, but once opened, their shelf life diminishes to just a few months. Storing oil in smaller bottles can help minimize waste by ensuring that it's consumed before spoilage occurs. This approach not only maximizes usage, but also maintains freshness and reduces the risk of rancidity. Additionally, storing bulk oils in a cool, dark place can further extend their shelf life by slowing down the oxidation process. Proper storage techniques, coupled with the regular rotation of stock, are essential for preserving the quality of bulk oils and minimizing waste. By staying mindful of these factors, individuals can enjoy the benefits of bulk oil without the risk of spoilage. Nuts. Talking about spoilage, nuts can also spoil over time. Now, you may have noticed this if you had an open jar of peanut butter for a while. It starts to develop a strong smell and an off taste. Even in the raw form, nuts can undergo the same process. Now, while they may not pose a health risk until they rot, they'll start tasting bad long before that point. The same also applies to nut butter, such as peanut butter, as mentioned earlier. However, if stored unopened, they typically retain their quality for a couple of years. What many people aren't aware of is that nuts can also be home canned, providing another option for preserving them. Make sure you're the first to know about all of our upcoming content by liking and subscribing to the channel. Now let's proceed with saltine crackers. If you've ever opened a pack of old saltines, you know what I mean. They often smell odd and taste even worse. Now this is because they're primarily made of flour and water, and flour can go rancid over time. If you need to store saltines, keep them in airtight containers and replace them every few months to maintain freshness. Using oxygen absorption can also be helpful if you're serious about storing crackers for an extended period. You ever noticed how cereal stored in cardboard boxes tends to spoil quickly and attract pests? Breakfast cold cereals. Cereal, typically stored in cardboard boxes, doesn't fare well for extended periods without spoiling or attracting pests like roaches. While cereal might be inexpensive, especially with coupons, in a genuine emergency, prioritizing nutritional value is essential. Given the poor nutritional quality of cereal and its storage challenges, opting for foods like rolled or steel-cut oats is a better choice. Consider this. Would you prefer to dedicate 3 square feet of your food storage space to 6 boxes of sugary cereal or canned meat and vegetables? And when it comes to vegetables, there's another product you should avoid stockpiling: store canned tomato products. Home canned tomatoes are renowned for their exceptional flavor and extended shelf life. However, contrary to popular belief, stockpiling them isn't advisable. While home canned tomatoes can maintain quality for years due to meticulous canning processes, store canned options may contain additives that affect taste and longevity. Although store canned items aren't inherently unsuitable for stockpiling, they require careful handling and rotation to prevent spoilage. Opting for home canning methods offers greater control over ingredients and customization. It ensures long-term storage viability while preserving personal preferences and dietary needs. So when it comes to food you won't consume, it's essential to make informed decisions about storage methods to maintain freshness and quality. Foods you don't eat. Canned food drives frequently receive donations of items such as lima beans, chickpeas, canned spaghetti sauce, and cranberry sauce, which are not typically commonly purchased foods. It appears that donors often contribute items that they've had in their cabinets for extended periods. While this generosity is appreciated, it can lead to wastefulness from a stockpiling perspective. It's common to be enticed by coupon specials and bargain bin deals, but purchasing items solely because they're cheap or free without the intention of consuming them is inefficient and wasteful. It's more practical to focus on saving money on items that are regularly used. Now let's talk about some food that you don't consume. Junk food. Speaking of regular use, bags of potato chips and packs of cookies may seem like convenient items to stockpile, but they come with their drawbacks. Not only do they take up a ton of space, but they also don't have a long shelf life despite their seemingly durable packaging. These indulgent snacks may offer a temporary comfort, but storing excessive quantities can lead to unnecessary clutter and waste. Moreover, junk food lacks the nutritional value needed to sustain your body during challenging times. While they may provide a quick energy boost, they often contain high levels of unhealthy fats, sugars, and preservatives. Relying on these items as a significant part of your emergency food supply can contribute to poor health outcomes in the long run. Now we're all familiar with the downsides of junk food, but what about dented cans? These items are often found in bargain bins as well as on regular shelves. However, if a can is damaged, there's a high probability that the seal or internal safety lining is compromised too. It's not a good idea if consuming it risks making you sick or if it leaks all over your food storage area. Be cautious and selective when making opportunities and opt for smart buying decisions. Space in your stockpile is valuable, so maximize its utility. Regardless of what you store, organize it systematically. Place newer purchases at the back and older ones in the front, using the first in, first out method to rotate your food supply and maintain freshness. Now that's it for today. If you can think of any other foods that shouldn't be stockpiled, or if you've got extra insights, make sure you drop them in the comments section down below. And remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell notification so you'll be updated every time we release new content and insights to help you prepare for the worst.